Good evening, and welcome to The Cost of Coping. I am your host, Chrissy, and this is Chapter 2, Who Am I? For a long time, that question felt dangerous. Who am I? Felt like something I wasn't allowed to ask, because survival came first. As a child, my world was shaped by trauma I didn't have the language for, by grooming, by sexual abuse, by learning far too early that my body and my boundaries were not always mine to protect. And then there was grief. The death of my twin sister forced me to grow up overnight. I learned how to be strong before I learned how to be safe. I learned how to cope before I learned how to be a child. At school, I struggled in ways no one understood, including me. I was labelled difficult, disruptive, slow, or not trying hard enough. What no one saw was a neurodivergent child navigating autism and ADHD without diagnosis, without support, without acceptance. I internalized the message that I wasn't intelligent enough, that I was too much or not enough all at once. So I adapted. I masked. I performed. I coped. And that coping helped me survive, but it also slowly erased me. In recent years, I realized I had lost myself entirely. I was functioning, but I wasn't living. I was exhausted from carrying identities that were built out of trauma, grief, and expectation rather than truth. And then came the late diagnosis, autism and ADHD. Not as labels, but as explanations. Suddenly my childhood made sense. My struggles made sense. There was grief in that realization, yes, but also relief, compassion, and permission to stop hating myself for things I never chose. Rediscovering who I am hasn't been about becoming someone new. It's been about remembering who I was before the world taught me to disappear. It's been about learning that peace doesn't mean the absence of pain. It means understanding myself enough to stop fighting who I am. Today, I'm still healing. I'm still unlearning, but I'm also finding happiness in ways that feel real, sustainable, and mine. So when I ask, who am I now? I don't need a perfect answer. I just need honesty. I am someone who survived, someone who coped, and now someone who is finally allowed to exist beyond the cost of that coping. We will be touching once again on this subject on the weekend with star guest James Fox from My Mad Head, who will be discussing his identity and self-discovery since his diagnosis of bipolar. Love and light to you always. Take care.